Right, we're in Houston, Texas. You can't even recognize this aircraft in the trees here. But we're going to go over this NTSB Final Report from December 8th, 2021. It was a Piper Cherokee 140, November 3865 kilos. The tail number 2 sadly did not make it on this one. This is the aircraft here, the site where it went down. They flew the night before on December 8th, and they didn't find the aircraft until December 9th. They had to get bulldozers and chainsaws just to reach this area because there was no fire for them to see that night. There was no way to identify where the aircraft was. But they did end up locating it, and there was no survivors, sadly. But they're going to be investigating this thing. So this is kind of what happened. It was a student pilot and passenger. They departed the recently purchased airplane into night IMC. And basically, they made some turns quickly after takeoff, and the airplane impacted trees and terrain about 2.5 miles southwest of the departure end of the runway. An examination of the airframe and engine did not reveal any anomalies that would preclude normal operation. So it was this Piper PA-28-140, as I said before. There's the tail number there. And there is no visual indications of catastrophic engine failure. The remaining upper spark plugs were removed and consistent with normal operation. So with all this being said, it's probably not the aircraft's fault on this one. But you can see another picture of the scene here in the trees. Came down really hard. And this was kind of what the weather was like. So at the time they were flying, there's warm, moist southeasterly wind, basically low stratoform clouds and fog. So flying at night, flying with overcast clouds and mist. I don't know, doesn't seem like the best time to fly. Student pilot, this is kind of how old, 23 years old. According to the instructor, had received flight training for about a year. He had about 38 hours of flight experience, all with a Cessna 172. So didn't even have that any hours with the aircraft that they were flying, that Piper. So it's another factor. Like, should you be allowed to fly other aircraft when you've only been flying one type? I don't know. You can tell me in the comments below. This is the West Houston airport where the pilot took off, and this is where the wreckage was found, 2.5 miles away. This is the flight aware shortly after takeoff, and then you can see 7:55 at night. But all in all, the probable cause and finding, the NTSB determined it to be the student pilot's decision to depart into night IMC, which resulted in spatial disorientation and a loss of airplane control. And if you want to see more NTSB final reports, you can watch it here. If not, this is Arford. I'm Keone. I'll see you guys next time.